and Twitch. We live on the TikTok. So we got to wait a minute to get into the big stuff. You know what I'm
Right?
saying? We'll talk about the week ahead, this fantasy week, obviously, but it's the GawdsCast. You know what it is. Justin Henry, Daniel Norgard
Let's go.
here.
Let's go.
Pick and tail. It's fantasy playoff time, man. We know you guys have a lot of questions. Obviously, this is a big, important time in fantasy land right now. This is what it all comes down to, man. For most teams, most playoff weeks are week 17 right now going on. And yeah, man, it's an important time. We got to make sure you make the right decisions for your week. Let us know what you guys have for us comment wise. We'll be live here on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, you name it. We're on all platforms answering your questions for this GawdsCast. Make sure you guys follow along, subscribe. It is Dan and I. If you're on TikTok, we're going to get to your questions, but Dan and I are both on the GawdsCast, Twitch, YouTube. Come on in, hang out with us. We're going to be here for a while, man. Dan, what's your thoughts right now? Because obviously a lot of luck has been going on. I'm going to try to keep it rolling for these guys on TikTok real quick. But what's your thoughts right now heading into championship week?
Man, it's what we play for, right? This is the final week. For those of you that made it this far, congratulations to your leagues. Hopefully you guys have been rocking with us. We've given you good, solid advice throughout the years or throughout the weeks and months. Man, I'm just excited, dude. Let's go win some ships, man. Let's go win some ships.
Let's go win some ships. We got to talk about God's League, obviously. Some things happened in the God's League, but let's get to these questions real quick. If you guys got questions, start sit questions, any trade questions, whatever it is. You shouldn't be doing any trades right now. Lineup questions, you guys name it. I'll ask Dan. I'll answer some. Let's get into it. Luke and Landon said, I'm in my fantasy Super Bowl this week. Yes, sir. You love to see it. Dave Crago's asking Ronald Jones or Najee Harris, which is tough, man. It's crazy because when you go to these fantasy playoff weeks, man, you're making decisions that are like automatic in the regular season. And right now we're talking about Ronald Jones or Najee, DJ Moore or Michael Carter. Like you would never think, right? I'm probably rocking with Ronald Jones at this point versus the Jets. Who you like?
I'm still gonna go with Najee, man. I can't get away from sit your studs. Just give me Najee Monday night. Also give me a Monday night guy. Like something about having that guy at the end, like to save it all, man. Like give me Najee.
Yes, sir. Dan says go with Najee Harris versus Ronald Jones in that one. Have a guy on Monday night for your fantasy playoff week. I say Ronald Jones, get your money early. DJ Moore, Michael Carter. I think you got to roll with Michael Carter on this one. That Panther situation, it looks unstable, man. How are you feeling about DJ Moore versus Michael Carter?
Again, at home against Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
I don't know. Michael Carter probably will have some catches, so I'm probably going to go with catches with Michael Carter. But DJ Moore, I mean, it's tough. He's just having a down slump, so I'd go Michael Carter.
Yes, sir. We are rocking on Twitch and YouTube right now. Dan says go with Michael Carter as well. Get the catches, even though tough game against Tampa. I'm going to run through a couple of TikTok comments, and then we're going to head over to Twitch. We got a question up ready to go. Jamar Chase or Cd Lim? And it's tough to say. I probably still rock with Cd Lim. I think they have a good matchup this week against Arizona. Expect some fireworks there. Jamar Chase, the Bengals got a matchup against KC, though. So both great options. I'll probably rock with CD. You confident in Debo even though Jimmy G is out? Yeah, still rock with Debo. The Niners will get him his touches. Trey Lance is going to be involved. They'll involve Debo in the run game, so don't forget that part. Crazy times. I'm thinking about benching Saquon for Jordan Howard. Oh my goodness. Saquon is that where we at, bro? I don't even want to talk about it, man. I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, where are we at right now with this guy? I mean, it's tough, man. Saquon let us down the whole season. But I'm not benching him now, man. You play Saquon Barkley. Let's go. What are we doing?
Dan says you play Saquon. You play Saquon Barkley. They got Boston Scott there, too. I'm still rocking. You know what? Saquon is my guy. I talked about this a little bit earlier today on the live, man. It sucks, and it hurts me to see 3.8 from Saquon this week, and I vouched for him so heavy this week. I'm probably still rocking with him over Jordan Howard, though. Derek Carr or Lamar. I think if Lamar plays, you got to rock with Lamar over Derek Carr. Don't feel good about it, though. T. Higgins, Cd Lamb, Keenan, pick two of them.
Ooh, man. I guess you got to roll with the hot hand. Go with Higgins, and then Keenan, man, I don't. It's hard to sit Keenan
Are
Allen,
you
dude.
sitting
I
Keenan
don't
Allen
know.
this
And
week?
he didn't really. He didn't show up either. It's just tough, man.
It is tough,
Um,
man. Especially with
yeah,
Mike Williams out, you thought that was like a prime
I
spot for him
thought
to
it was a
show out.
lock in, no Eckler. I mean, it
Houston,
was supposed
like,
to be. He's supposed to get 15 targets, man. But
dog, I don't know what happened to Keenan Allen. That's
I'm probably gonna
crazy.
go with CD just because I feel like he's. I think CD's got that floor, like he's 10
Yeah,
points, and then he can also had that blow up. So
yeah.
give me CD and Higgins.
CD, appreciate all the love, guys. Keep it coming, man. And we are both of us, Dan and I, championship playing Dan is on YouTube, Twitch. Come check us out on there. We got a few questions coming in from YouTube and and Twitch. I'm gonna try to answer a couple of these first before we get there, since you guys are asking. Pick 3, Madison, Swift, Rojo, and St. Brown. I'm probably fading Swift out of all of them. T. Higgins, CD, T. Higgins, CD, and Keenan. Pick 2. Dan just answered that one. AJ Brown or Antonio Brown. Who you like?
AJ. I just think he has
AJ.
better upside.
Rock with Alpha AJ. Fantasy Gods, great work. Hey, RCX Sports, I appreciate you, man. Yes, sir. We rocking with you, man. Wentz over Lamar. I think Wentz is out this week, my guy, unless he's able to get in through protocols. Play Saquon. Jordan Howard is not playing. RCX Sports, appreciate the love, dog. Zach Wilson better than Daniel Jones when healthy. I don't know about that. I
I
think
don't
they're
know.
about the same right now.
The
We got to
same
see
to me.
progression from Zach Will. All right, so here we go. We about to rock with this couple questions on YouTube, Twitch. Head over there for full combo if you need it. I'm coming right back. Don't leave me, guys. I'm coming right back to TikTok questions. I know these are important too. Thoughts on Mixon versus KC from Dexter on YouTube?
Mixon. I mean, again, RB1 all year. Mahomes and Burrow. I mean, it should be a shootout. I think Kansas City's defense is kind of getting the help of having Mahomes carry the
Yeah.
offense. So like defenses look better than they are when they're up by 30 points. So I think Mixon has a good time running and he'll score a touchdown. Give me Mixon.
I agree. Yeah, I like Mixon. I like Mixon versus Casey. I think Mixon's going to continue to do Mixon things. We've seen him do this all season, prove everybody wrong from his RB2 value. I love Mixon against Casey. I think Casey's pass defense is a little bit better than people give it credit for, too. Darrell Williams or Sony Michel, both backup running backs, vaulted into starting roles now due to injury. Who you like more?
Give me Sony Michel in that game. I just think he's more of a lock for super workhorse touches.
Yeah.
And I just give me that guy. I can't do
Sony.
Williams.
Dan is picking Sony over Darrell Henderson, and I agree with them actually. We rocking with Cordero Patterson or Rashad Penny. Give me Cordero Patterson for the upside. I'm rocking with Cordero. We going with Gibson or Darrell
Gunnable. I think he's on the Jags.
Oh,
man.
yeah, for the Jags running back. Probably rocking with Gibson, man. Yeah, I forgot. That Jags situation, man, I'm kind of fading that too. The Jags and Lions situations, I'll continue to fade throughout the whole season. Javonte, Edmonds, Connor, Michael Carter, pick 2. And I think for that, you got to go with Javonte. And right now, Chase Edmonds. Until James Conner proves that he's healthy, you got to go with Chase Edmonds for the workload. All right, Dan, who you like out of this one? Oh, Thunderlips was good, my dude. It said play right foot creep. I said right foot creep. Oh, walking with that heat. Hey. Dan was grittying all the way to the ship. Man, Dan,
Let's go.
what? I know we got a couple more questions, but we got to touch on this in the Gods League, bro. You got me, man. We played straight up. We played.
Did.
Hey, I thought I had you in the first round. They got him. Man, talk about it, dog. Talk about the win, man, because your team, you've been all year, you've been kind of underestimated. 12-2 right now, heading into the championship game, man. How you feeling?
A great season overall. I mean, I'm not going to be mad if I lose, but I'll be a little disappointed. But at the end of the day, I mean, with COVID, the injuries, man, it's incredible. I mean, I can't believe that I think I won like 8 or 9 in a row.
Bro, you haven't lost in a long time.
Yeah, man, it's just been kind of crazy. I got Connor this week. Hopefully he's watching his bitch ass. I'm gonna get him, but
get Connor, man.
I mean, just incredible season. 2 different strategies. Justin, you've done so many incredible things as far as auction leagues, and auction is not really my style. Trading is not really my style. It's more I stick with my rankings, my drafts, and that's usually how I win leagues. But this one is, it's been crazy. I locked in Jonathan Taylor early.
Yep.
That was a kind of a big one. I got Hunter Renfrow for Allen Robinson.
Yes, sir.
Gotta throw in an Antonio Brown. So I mean, those little moves here and there kind of propelled me to the where I'm at, and to knock off a team like yours, they just had a bad week, and like I told you guys earlier, sometimes it's just better to be lucky than good, and the week to play Jahan was this week, so I got you, and
credit where
we'll
credit
be back
is due.
next year. We'll be back next year. Look, only one Gawds is going to win, so
yeah,
one of us had to lose, and
it had to be me. I took the L, man. But for real, he had an incredible season, man. Had some great talent at the positions, but I still can't wait to kick your ass next year, man. Back to these TikTok comments real quick. Kirk or Justin Fields? We're rocking with Kirk on that one all day. Start Bills or Pats defense? We're doing Pats defense. I like the matchup there. Javonte, I think they might murder. That might be
Pats and Jacksonville. And I got them against Connor. So
Pats defense. Javonte, Edmund, just did that one. Pollard or Javonte? Rock with Javonte on that one. You worried about Herbert against the Broncos? Nah, just keep rocking with Herbert, dog. Sony or Elijah Mitchell if he plays. Got to ride the hot hand with Sony Michel. Sony Michel or Saquon? I cannot believe I'm actually going to say this. Rock with Sony Michel over Saquon. Some guys said to draft JT or any RB in the first round next year because they will get hurt and to take wide receivers. We're going to have to talk about that a little bit more because my strategy is definitely going to be changing next year too. A couple questions coming in from YouTube. Should my flex be Jamar or James Conner? Rock with Jamar Chase, of course. But here we go. Back to some of these. Oh, shit. More just popped up. Back to the YouTube real quick. RB2, Penny, Gore, or Dare. We're just going to call him Dare so I don't butcher his last name.
I think it's still going to be Penny. The other
Penny?
guys are just in a championship week, I'm not risking it with guys that are just super unknown.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do it. So give me Penny. I know what I'm getting out of Penny.
Hell yeah. Penny it is. Jamar Chase or Amon St. Brown?
I'm going to go with Jamar Chase. Better quarterback and better talent.
Gotta rock with Jamar Chase on that one. Shout out to Gilbert Greek Zero. He said it's his birthday today. Happy birthday to you, my man. Yes, sir. Happy birthday. Appreciate you rocking with us. Tua or Trey? I think you got to go with Trey for the upside, man. I'd start Trey all day in this one, but I am a Niner fan, though. You see it in the background. Is Scott a start for Philly? What do you think about Boston Scott this week, Dan?
No. No, I can't do it, man. The Philly running backs, if they ain't Miles Sanders, I just can't do it. We got burned. I don't know what week that was. I think it was week 9 or what. I mean, I am fading all Eagles running backs, just like I'm fading the Jags running back situation.
I ain't mad at that.
Do it, won't do it. Just bench them.
Fade Boston Scott is the call there. I think in the standard league, you could rock with Boston Scott. Just hope that he gets a touchdown. If it's PPR, I'd probably stay away from him. Chicago defense. Landon, appreciate you putting the teams on there that helps us out. Chicago defense versus the Giants or Rams defense versus Baltimore. Rock with Chicago defense on that one for sure. What do you think of Rashad Penny this week? I think he's a solid flex option. If you got to stick him in at your RB2, I ain't too mad at you, my guy. Appreciate you, Dave. Dallas defense or pivot to Miami or San Francisco. Dallas defense is going to be tough this week against the Cardinals. Should be a pretty good game. I probably would rock with the Niners defense on that one, though.
I don't really hate Dallas defense against the Cardinals, man. If Kyler just doesn't look right without D-Hop, and Dallas is on fire, so I don't really hate it.
Good call. Dallas defense is on fire, so I can't be mad at that. Appreciate you guys liking, sharing the live, man. If you guys want to share with some friends, everybody can hop in, talk a little shit. You guys can talk some shit back to us. It's all good. What are we thinking about, Cordero Patterson or Amon St. Brown?
Probably going to go with Cordero, because he's locked into workhorse, going to catch the ball, run the ball, create space. The Bills are going to be down. They'll probably be throwing. So, I mean, St. Brown, man, is a tremendous story at the end of the year. But his QB, is Goff back officially? I think he is. But I don't know, man. Give me Cordero. He's been balling the whole season. Rock with your studs.
Yes, sir. Well, rock with your studs did me dirty last week. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's crazy. I had three running backs that popped off, man. It may have changed the trajectory of the teams, but hey, that's last week. Landon's asking, do you think Justin Jackson eats into Eckler's production? And
No.
absolutely not, I don't. I think Eckler, when he plays, is the stud workhorse back. You depend on him. Justin Jackson may take a couple catches, but he's not going to get the end zone work that you want. And when you're looking at fantasy running backs right now, especially in these weeks, you need guys that get you production in the red zone, which is what he got last week, why he had 30 points. So Justin Jackson, to me, is not the option that you want to really depend on. And I don't really think he takes away from Eckler's production. They're still going to go to him in the red zone. Dan, talking Kirk at Dallas, Christian Kirk, or Devontae Smith at Washington. Who you like?
Give me Devonta Smith at Washington. Dallas again. Dallas defense is just streaming. It's going crazy.
Yeah.
I got to go with Devonta Smith, man. And Washington just got. Look what Cooper and Gallup and CD did to Washington. So give me Devonta with all the targets there.
Devontae with the targets is good, man. Sorry, I know I'm frozen on the screen trying to get that all sorted and figured out. But see, while we are waiting, I'm going to get on to another question. Let's see. Lamar or Burrow or Lance championship week? Who we rocking with?
Give me Burrow. Again, the hot hand with KC should be a shootout. So that means fantasy points. So you need points to win the game. Give me Burrow.
It's hard to fade Burrow after last week, bro. 500 yards, like crazy performance, man. I got Madison, Ronald Jones, Antonio Gibson, and Eli Mitchell. Can only start 2 because I got Eckler. Who should I start? Who we rocking with, man? Let us know who we rocking with.
I'm probably gonna rock with man. That's tough. I'm gonna give me Ronald Jones. Just give me Ronald Jones because Eli Mitchell off of injury. Trey Lance, new quarterback situation. Trey Lance could steal rushing touchdowns from him.
Yeah,
Madison, Cook's back, so I'm gonna fade that one. And Antonio Gibson, it's tough, man. Washington's tough.
It would be between Antonio Gibson and Ronald Jones for me. I like Eli Mitchell, but coming off, obviously we saw Jeff Wilson really shine in that role. So I'm not too, I think they'll kind of work him back in. Give me Ronald Jones versus the Jets. Should be a dominant performance from him when fantasy managers need it the most. So let us know what questions you guys have. Obviously, there's a ton going on right now for fantasy playoffs. A lot of questions. Get them in right now while you got Dan and myself on. Dan, what was your biggest takeaway from last week, man? Obviously, we talked about luck. Obviously, we talked about, the importance of making sure that you start your studs, but then also that there's a lot of luck involved, man. What's your biggest takeaway heading into championship week?
Biggest takeaway is, be good on waivers, number one, because, with COVID right now, it's been going rampant through the league. So you need to have contingencies lined up. But biggest takeaway is, look, if you got there, you earned it. It's just been, you're ducking and dodging things left and right. Trust your gut, trust your instincts, go with the players that got you there, and whatever happens, man. It's just that's fantasy, man. And we'll be back next year and all of off season to help you out. Even if you lose in championship week, we won't get you back.
Even if you lose, Cd Lim's hopping in to say 56-14. He's shouting out his team, man. Dominant performance by the Cowboys. You love to see it, man. Well, most of us don't love to see it. I'm going to hop into some of these questions real quick. Thoughts on Jokic owning Curry? Man, we going to get into some hoop talk. Hey, real talk, we'll get into some hoop here later on. But right now, we're going to keep this thing football and answer your championship questions. Will Elijah Mitchell be back this week? I need him with CEH and Sanders getting hurt. They expected to return. I haven't heard 100% if he's playing or not. I know he's expected to return, though. You think Carolina pulls through and beats the Saints? They look down. I don't think that Carolina does. I think that their quarterback situation, unfortunately, I was big on Cam, but their quarterback situation looks shaky at best. So what we'll do for the next, since we don't have a ton of questions coming in, Dan, I want to get your thoughts on players. Let's talk some players right now that are on waivers. Obviously, waivers is probably the biggest thing that people are worried about right now. Who do I pick up? Who do I add? Who do I drop? Let's go over some names real quick of players that are on waivers in at least 12-team leagues and talk about them, man. So obviously, Darrell is the hot name that everybody's going to be wanting to pick up. Darrell Ogunbowale is how I'm going to say it. Hopefully, I don't butcher that. But Darrell Ogunbowale. What are we thinking about Jacksonville running back situation?
I mean, they're going to get slaughtered in this game, dude. It's the Patriots. I'm not I'm not picking this guy up. I'm not using a waiver on him. There's no way. Like, if you're in the championship game, there's no way you have a running back problem.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like, if you, I challenge someone to show me a championship team in where you need to pick up this guy. Please, if you guys are watching this in the comment section and you need Darrell, please DM me on my Twitter. Twitter's right there. Easy forward on Twitter, man. DM me a picture of your team.
But they're asking it has to be. Maybe it's a flex option right now. Maybe they had CEH. Maybe they have Miles Sanders. Like, maybe they had Saquon, and they're just like, hey, dude, am I playing Darrell over Saquon Barkley this week? Kamara dropped the ball for me. Like, are you still like, hey, let's put Darrell in over some of these guys? Are you like, hell no?
No,
if you have a startable option, we're not doing it.
To me, it's hell no. I'm not touching this dude. And plus, I think if he was if he's playing a better matchup, but he's playing the Patriots, like,
yeah,
I'm not playing him against the Patriots.
I dare you to play this guy.
I dare you to play him. Like, you're going to end up with like 0 to 5 points. Like, don't do tough.
It. All right, another player that's obviously hot. Isaiah Mckenzie came out last week, had 11 catches, 125 yards, and a TD for your Buffalo Bills. Obviously, with Cole Beasley out, with Gabe Davis out. We rushing to pick him up, play him. What are we doing with Isaiah Mckenzie?
I don't hate Isaiah Mckenzie. As a Bills fan, I think he's a player. He's a gadget player. He's not a full-fledged receiver. Obviously if we're playing him, we're chasing the rabbit, and he's definitely going to have regression the next game. Playing, I think it's Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. Check the status of Cole Beasley. Check the status of Gabe Davis. If they still both sit out, which – obviously, the NFL has changed their COVID protocols right now,
right?
In line with CDC guidelines. But hey, if they're still out, it's not a bad pickup because again, the defensive focus is going to be on Diggs.
Yep,
probably going to be a little bit on Knott. Mckenzie, man,
I'm fading Mckenzie. You know why? Because I'm not starting him. If I'm not starting him, I'm not wasting a waiver. I'm not wasting a pickup on him. I'm not starting Isaiah Mckenzie in a championship week. I'm sorry. I'm not, like you said, you're chasing points at this point. You're chasing the production. I'm not starting them. I get what you're saying, though. It's just your boy ain't doing that, man. But that's why I ain't playing in the championship in the Gawds League, man. Not Mckenzie. Davis will be back with the 5-day COVID change. Yeah, there may be some changes with Beasley and Gabe Davis potentially being back. I don't think anyone in the championship can start Mckenzie. Yeah, that's tough.
I'm saying. Like, same with Darrell. Like, there's no way that you're – no way, man. But I think these people are maybe asking the questions like if you're in like a third place championship,
maybe daily leagues too,
or daily leagues, yeah.
Startable options. I got Montgomery, Zeke, Damian Harris, Javonte Williams in a double flex. Would you put in Darrell Williams? I would probably put in Darrell Williams over Damian. I don't even know if over Damian Harris I would do it, but Darrell, he's got to go in, man. Javonte, Zeke, David Montgomery, Damian Harris. If Ramondre Stevenson's back, I'm putting him in over Damian Harris. If Ramondre Stevenson is not back, I might just fade that situation. So kickers, man. You got any idea on kickers, man? Somebody's asking best kicker to pick up that might be on waivers since Matt Prater shit the bed. And I'm not touching kickers.
So to give you my 2 cents on kickers, which again, kickers are so random.
Yeah, they're too random.
But if you have any sort of strategy with kickers, to me, I like kickers that are on subpar, like a little bit above average offenses. So give me like the Colts, for example, like an above average offense, solid defense, like in that range, right? And I want someone that's in a dome.
Ooh, in a dome, okay.
In a dome. So for this championship week, you want someone that's above average offense, someone that's like that could get to the red zone, but maybe, can't really score that much. Like the Cowboys, an elite offense.
Right.
Kansas City, elite offense. Like Bills, somewhat elite offense. So like give me those guys that are like in a dome.
In a dome.
That have an average to above average offense. That's how I pick the kicker.
Dan says go with somebody that's in a dome, above average to average offense. So if you're looking for matchups, even if the team is visiting to the dome, you want to make sure that they are in a dome, especially with the weather playing a factor this week. Obviously, it did last week and it did the week before, especially when we saw that Monday night game. I'm starting Darrell in championship because I had James Robinson, Jeff Wilson, and Damian Harris at RB. What do you
Oh
do?
man,
What do you do,
man,
man? Sometimes you have to, man. It's fantasy. It's survival of the fittest right
that's
now.
crazy that you made it with those guys because all those guys really. I mean, maybe Damian Harris, but all those guys really aren't. I mean, superstar running backs. So
Yeah, James Robinson debatable at this
your team
point.
must be loaded. Like you got Tom Brady, Josh Allen, Devontae Adams,
Post
and
your team. Post your
yeah,
team, Kenneth.
post
If
the
you
other team.
st-
You
yeah,
got
if you
you like Debo and
yeah, if you still
you
rocking with
got
us, post your team.
mm-hmm,
Post your
post the
team,
team,
man.
post the team.
Man, it's crazy who's actually starting right now, and like players who are considered droppable right now. It's wild to me because we got like Miles Gaskin is droppable.
Yeah,
2, 3 weeks ago, he was sitting on fantasy benches, potentially in starting lineups. To me, Saquon is damn near not playable right now. The way he's playing, I would be
yeah,
very scared to play Alvin Kamara next week unless Taysom Hill gets back. I'd be very scared. And then like a Duke Johnson is just chilling out there on some waivers, and he didn't really have that great of a game. Like, what are we doing with this with Duke Johnson? You picking him up? You leaving him there?
no, I'm fading that whole situation too. Like, it's
It's
just
tough, man.
it's tough, man. I think if you have anybody to pick up, well, I think the number one waiver might be Rex Burkhead.
Burkhead, are you
Um,
starting Rex Burkhead?
I mean, I think I'd start him over Dare. I think I'd start him over Duke Johnson. I
Hell
think at
nah,
least if you're going to go that route, if you're going to say start one of those three, I'm starting Burkhead for sure.
man. I can't get it with Burkhead. Lamar Jackson's asking us if Lamar plays, do you start him?
Yes.
Absolutely, Lamar. We starting you, baby. We starting you, man. Another player. See, this is what I'm talking about with the players. It's like it's so random. Should I drop DK Metcalf? Russ hasn't getting the ball at all. I feel like didn't he have a score yesterday?
I thought he did. No.
Yeah, and so he's the kind of player that you don't necessarily want to drop, but like he's not. I don't know if he's playable. I'm pretty sure DK had a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check for you real quick.
Yeah, it was 40 yards and a touchdown. He was
Yeah, to me
two
that's
of five for 41 and a touch.
you're not dropping anybody that scores you a touchdown like that as a star player. You're not dropping that. So definitely keep DK Metcalf. Maybe bench him if you have better options. I probably would play
Definitely
him
don't want to drop
championship
him and
week.
have someone else pick him up, and then he goes off for 140 yards and two touchdowns.
Yes. So if
So
you
if you're
have
gonna,
him,
I mean, if you really don't like him, then just bench him. Don't drop him.
facts. So he was a 6th seed, got in as a 6th seed, and is playing in the championship with Josh Allen, Diggs, Higgins, St. Brown,
Okay,
Andrews.
so
Okay, yeah,
all
he
right, so
rocking.
that's why. Okay, but
That's
I was
love.
saying, I was like, man. So he had the stack. He had Higgins and Andrews been killing it. Props to
Yeah,
Andrews, man. I didn't
Andrews
have
been
him my
killing
number
it.
one tight end.
He is the number one tight end right now, and I think heading into next year, it's going to be more debatable than it was this year. Kelsey, Kittle, Andrews, he's in that tier for sure. I'm not
Definitely.
sure I put him in the elite like I would take him first round like I would with Kelsey, but I don't know, man. He's got to get his respect this year. All right, my man. Last player, and then we can either take more questions. We don't have a whole lot on the live right now. We can either take more questions or we can head off if you guys don't have any more questions for us. Last player that I want to go over with you, obviously with situations. What are we doing with defenses, man? Chicago defense versus the Giants, Miami defense versus Tennessee. Some of the bigger names out there. What sleeper defense do you like this week?
Um, that's a good question. Let me see if I can look it up real quick since we got some time. People are
Yeah,
not asking
we
us
got a little
questions
time.
here.
So we
So
got the
sleeper
Giant
defense, is that what we're looking at? Sleepers?
sleeper defenses like Chicago plays the Giants. Tampa obviously is probably owned, plays the Jets. Like Philly versus Washington kind of gives me like NFC East vibes. Could be a score there. Chargers versus Denver, same kind of thing. Like I feel like those division games sometimes lead to touchdowns. You got any sleepers?
Um, I mean, I don't. Man, I don't hate like the Rams versus Baltimore if like Lamar doesn't play.
Yeah,
I don't hate that one.
the
You
Rams.
know,
Okay,
um,
they're probably owned though, right? You
but
think?
honestly, I like the Colts at home against the Raiders.
Woo!
I think
Oh,
they're trending. I
let
just
me.
hope if Carson's got to play though, man. Carson's got to play.
Carson does have to play. Colts defense has been elite all year, but I gotta say something.
Go ahead.
It's Colts and Raiders this week.
Colts and Raiders.
So I honestly think this is one of them games. If you're a better, this is one of them games. I think Carson Wentz is out. He's gonna get called back in. But what I think is going to happen, the Raiders are going to win for Madden.
Ooh.
RIP
Ooh.
Madden, but I think the Raiders are going to win for Madden. So if you're a bettor and you're looking at the spread, even if Carson Wentz comes back, that might be one of those, oh, yeah, everybody's going to hop on the Colts now. I'm going to jam the Colts because Carson Wentz is back. I think the Raiders are going to be playing with a big heart on their sleeve this week. I would not play them against the Colts. I would not play the Colts defense against the Raiders this week.
I could definitely see
Just
that.
just being real. That's my little gem for you guys. I don't know. I'll probably throw that out there sometime later this week. But that's my little gem for y'all this week. What round are you seeing Barkley fall to next year? Actually, me and Dan were talking about this. Saquon Barkley and his future. Obviously, we all had him top 5. I had him top 3, top 2. I think, Dan, you had him somewhere up there
Yeah.
too initially early in the year. Vouched for him very heavily this year, and we are going to see him fall tremendously next year. I'm thinking mid-second round is probably where we see Saquon Barkley fall into that Joe Mixon, Antonio Gibson, Najee Harris range this year is where Saquon Barkley is going to be next year with potential for even him to fall even more in drafts. What are you thinking, man?
Yeah, I mean, I think for the name value alone, it's going to keep him probably higher than he needs to go. I think you probably get good value if he's a third rounder or later. I probably am going to fade. It just depends on what they do in the offseason. Let's take a
Yeah.
look at their draft. Let's take a look at
Yep.
the free agency. Do they shore up the offensive line? Do they, what do they do? What do they do for Saquon Barkley?
Yeah.
And how is he progressing in the offseason as far as his weight, his workouts? I mean, he's obviously an elite athlete. So it's just, I would be comfortable taking him, third round. I think
Third
next
round.
year seems
Yeah.
about right for him.
It's tough because if they don't get better on the O line or if the quarterback situation doesn't change, it's going to be a lot of the same for Saquon, even if he's healthy. So, Antonio Brown or Kittle in the flex. I think you're rocking with Antonio Brown in this one. Plush matchup against the Jets. Obviously, no quarterback change there for the Niners. I like Kittle as a tight end, but if you have the option to play Antonio Brown over him, I think you do that. Kenneth is asking Niners defense or Saints defense this week. Niners defense is going up against Houston. Saints defense is going up against, I know they have a plush matchup too. Saints defense going up against Carolina. Who you like more?
Um, give me the Niners, man. I like the Niners.
Niners? Yeah, I probably
Yeah.
rock with the Niners versus the Texans too. I think everybody thinks they were tough because Davis Mills has been throwing the rock. I seen the Niners kind of dominating that game though. Colts versus Chiefs and Packers versus Cowboys on championship games. No Tampa in there, but we do see some Jonathan Taylor in there. How you feeling about the AFC Championship, NFC Championship?
Man, if that's where it is, that'd be crazy. I mean, yeah, I mean, uh, the team that beat the Colts can be a Taylor type team. I mean, you have to. I mean, team that beats the Colts, team that beats the Chiefs is the Colts.
Yeah,
You have to run the ball against Mahomes, keep him off the field, make the defense tired. I think ultimately, I think the Chiefs win. It's so hard to beat Mahomes, so
yeah,
got to go with that one. And then
yeah.
Cowboys, man.
Oh,
Look, man, we've been talking mess about the Cowboys for years, man. I want to see them. Let's go. Let's
let's
see
go
them roll, man.
Cowboys. That's what we
Let's
hope
go.
for.
Let's
Nah,
go.
give me
I
the
want to
buck.
see something.
Give me the Bucks. Tampa's going to do their thing. I'm surprised no Rams in there too. A lot of Rams fans coming in there. All right, our guy Houston, what's good? He said went 0-10 last year to 9-3 this year, going to the ship. Hopefully, we've been helping you out this year, my guy. Appreciate you tuning in with us. Yes, sir. You love to see it. 0-10 to 9-3. What a fucking turnaround, man. That's the way to do it. All right. Crazy deal. Traded Kelsey for JT and Hawkinson in week 6, and now I'm in the ship. Hell yes. And I
Damn.
probably would have hated that deal at the time. Actually, not, because Hawkins is a good value. It's right. And JT for Kelsey at the time, I probably been like, oh, that's par value. Plus, you would have got Hawk. Either way, you won the deal, man. Crushed it. Great, great move, man. And our last talking point, RBs are weak this year. Only 4,000-yard running backs, even with the extra game. And we talked about this earlier in the year. A big reason why we were not fading running backs completely, but a little bit down on them. The split workloads and injuries, and we've seen it, including COVID. We've seen this take over fantasy football, man.
Yeah. It's terrible. Running back used to be my favorite position. I mean, it still is. It's my favorite position, but it's slowly but surely getting phased out. only a few guys can be elite like that. Derrick Henry would have definitely been over 1,000 yards.
Yep.
McCaffrey would have been over 1,000 yards.
Yep.
Dalvin Cook is not there. He's a 1,000-yard runner. I mean, there's so many. There are 1,000-yard runners that are out there. Kamara had to deal with quarterback issues all year. He's a 1,000-yard runner. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, these running backs, most of them split, and I mean, this is why we said, take the best player available, because most of the time, these running backs ain't going to do it.
Best player available, man. It's a strategy. It's proven right more often than it's proven wrong. No, there's no foolproof method, but that one for sure is you don't draft by position, draft by talent. Knox or Pitts for the championship. I'm going with Kyle Pitts, even after Dawson Knox scored twice for you guys last week. I'm still going with Kyle Pitts for the upside. Dan, who you like?
Yeah, Kyle Pitts slowly but surely just having a phenomenal season as a rookie.
Yeah.
I like him in the game against the Bills, man. Let's go.
He's due, too. I feel like, and Dan says Kyle Pitts as well. I'm kind of feeling Kyle Pitts is going to have a breakout game soon. He has 900 yards on the season, about to crack 1,000. Only one touchdown, though.
It's crazy.
And I think touchdown regression, he's due, man. He's due for a big touchdown game. I can see 2-3 scores here in the last two games, man. How you feel about the Miami Dolphins? Dolphins in the AFC, man, they're gonna have some trouble. I feel like they're gonna need to make a move. Tua is good, but he's limited, and I feel like that the team right now they're too good to not be better than what they are right now. And
would love to see Deshaun Watson go there, man.
D Watt, man, D Watt. All right, last question for the day. We gonna get off, man. Who's better, Derrick Henry or Jonathan Taylor?
Come on, man. Why are we asking these questions?
Heading into championship week, I already know your answer, but talk on it, man. Talk on it.
Come on, dude. Of course it's Taylor, man. Get the hell out of it. Look, Derrick Henry. Okay, look, Derrick Henry, phenomenal talent out of Alabama. He would when he came in, we all thought, oh, he's probably just a Brandon Jacobs type. Proved everybody wrong in even proved Tennessee Titans wrong, because they started out not giving him the ball and making him split carries. I don't know why that was ever the case. Derrick Henry is great. It's great. But Jonathan Taylor, man, just another level of just talent, man. He's just incredible, dude. What did he do last week? And again, didn't have the many fantasy points this and the other, but his whole offensive line was dead. Dead.
They're missing 3 interior linemen.
3 starters, but 5 players went out in that game, total. And he still moved the pile for over 100 yards against a solid Arizona Cardinals team, dude. And I mean, if we just give him the ball, if he can catch the ball some more, that's cool. But for fantasy, one of the best pure runners in the league. And like I said, I think he is the next 2,000-yard runner.
2,000.
And he's only 22. He's 22. Good luck trying to beat him when he's 26.
He's got 2-3 years of just straight prime. As long as no injuries, obviously, he's got 2-3 years of just straight dog years.
And he's a phenomenal person. We root for people that are good people. That dude's a good person.
Yeah, he's a good person, man. You like to see that. I feel like Derrick Henry is too. Derrick Henry's kind of a dog. He's a workout warrior. You see him always working on his craft, trying to get better. So respect to those guys, man. Derrick Henry and JT. One of the comments says Derrick Henry. I would go with Derrick Henry just because that's my last name, Henry. So I'm gonna roll with him. Last question for sure. Thoughts on DeAndre Swift?
I mean, if he's playing, you got to roll with him. I'm sure you don't have any better options than Swift, but he started out really good, got injured, but if he's healthy, play him.
If he's healthy,
championship week. Let's go.
Hey, we saw with AJ Brown what you can do when you come back and you're just ready to rock. So hopefully Swift is ready to go. Hopefully hear a little bit more. That does it for this episode of the GawdsCast. We've been rocking with us all season. Good luck in your fantasy championships. We'll be here Sunday morning to help you with start-sit decisions. Probably go live a couple times throughout the week. Make sure you guys follow, subscribe, whatever platform you're on, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, you name it, TikTok. Help us out, man. We trying to grow. We trying to level up. And we're going to help you guys get some fantasy chips. We are out.
Peace.